been a fan of Spawn since I can remember. I've been accumulating stuff, collecting, and I think it's time that I show you so far what I have in my Spawn collection. But I'm here now to bring you part 2 of my Spawn collection. So, without further ado, let's get into this. It's been about 2 years since I did my Spawn collection part 2. So, I figured since this is going to be my last video in this apartment, why not show off everything that I've got since that last collection. So let's get right into it. And now, part 4.2, the action figures. It's geeking time.
Al had qualities he didn't even know he had, a special kind of wiring that Malboja the devil looks for. And when he said yes to that voice, he signed on for a whole lot more than he ever bargained for. So before you find yourself in a similar situation, and a voice calls to you in the darkness, think of Al. Or as you may see, you'll have all eternity to think about your mistake too. And now Spawn, so turn off your lights.
Well, hello and welcome back to this little tiny channel, growing strong now, over 700 subscribers. Welcome back. Last time on the channel, we took a look at all the comic books and graphic novels, even some cards and artwork that I accumulated over the past 5 years of Spawn since my last Spawn collection video. So we are at 4.2 today. Today I'm going to be taking a look at all the action figures that I have of Spawn in my collection. Now, the way that I'm going to do this today is that I'm going to be taking a look at nothing but Spawn figures. Yes, we'll take a look at Spawn figures, but I'm also going to take a look at some of the McFarlane figures that I have in my collection that are pre-2010. And I also have a little something that I want to show off that is not an action figure, but is really, really cool. So that being said, let's get right into it. We're going to start with the non-Spawn action figures. Alright, so the first things I want to show off is these ones I did not take with me because they're secured on my shelf, and I just thought, you know, it would be a little too hard to take them off the shelf, have everything topple over, so I figured I'd just show a previous clip from the reviews I did on them. So the first thing is obviously the Ozzy Osbourne figure. Really cool looking figure, I love that thing a lot. I already have the Bark at the Moon in package, which is up on my wall up there, you guys don't see it. So the Ozzy Osbourne figure is super cool, and apart from him, I also have the Rob Zombie figure, which is really cool also. That is a behemoth of a figure, and it takes up a lot of space on the shelf. And then finally, from those old music figures, I also have Alice Cooper, Loose, and he's probably my favorite of all three of them. Like, I love them all, but I think Alice Cooper to me just takes the cake. I've seen the photos of the new Music Maniacs that they're releasing, and they're like, I'm not too much of a fan of them. I prefer these old figures. So next up, we've got Necrid. Is that his name? Yeah, Necrid from Soul Calibur 2 from the PlayStation 2, which Spawn was featured heavily in that game. So I got Necrid right there, really cool figure. I don't know how well you guys can see him, but he's a really awesome figure. And there's actually other figures in that line, so the only other one I would want to get would be Spawn. But yeah, I used to play the shit out of Soul Calibur. Should probably do this one next because you guys just saw him recently, my impromptu Terminator video. We've got the T-800 from the Movie Maniacs line. Just a really cool looking figure of the Terminator. Just love that figure so much. So we got him right there. I got him at a collectible action figure toy shop last year. And as well, at that same time, I got this figure. This is Tenchi Mazaki from Tenchi Muyo. So really cool anime figure. Based on a manga and anime. So, and like, there's a lot of other characters too in that line. Do they have the... No. Yeah, they have the ones I want. Basically, Kaneda, Ghost in the Shell. There's also a Trigun Vash the Stampede figure, which I would love to eventually grab for my wife. Showing off all this cool stuff, and I forgot to show this one. This is a Pop Culture Masterworks like 3D picture of The Godfather. I love the Godfather movies. I think The Godfather is one of the greatest trilogies ever made. So you got The Godfather, and I think I used to have the Godfather action figure. Don't know what happened to that thing. but still pretty cool. And if you're asking, no, I have not hung it up on my wall because there's a little spot right there that you can hang up the figure. But nonetheless, a super awesome piece. I think I got that from a friend back in 2008. So this one's pretty sick too. This is Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 remake. A lot of people didn't like that movie. I liked it personally. I thought it was one of the better remakes. It was very gory, very violent. I mean, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974 is my favorite horror movie of all time. So obviously when you remake things that people love, you gotta be careful. I don't think they did a horrible job. Do I think they should have remade it? No. But at least this Leatherface is cool looking. So we got him. And I think this guy, when I picked him up a couple of years ago, he only cost me like $20 from a person selling them online. The last things that are non-Spawn related, these are from the Yellow Submarine line that McFarlane did back in 2004, so 20 years ago. I don't think I've ever shown these off on my channel before. So first thing first, you have John with glove and love base. So John Lennon right there. You got a side picture there, drawing from the movie. And on the back, it just looks like that. So you got John Lennon right there. And to go with John Lennon, we also have Paul with Jeremy. So Paul McCartney with Jeremy. Again, aside, the back is the same thing as John Lennon. I just love these figures. I'm a big fan of the Beatles. Like, my two favorite bands of all time are Kiss and the Beatles, so I don't have any Kiss action figures. I need to find those McFarlane Kiss figures, so. But yes, I think this is awesome. I still need to get George Harrison and Ringo Starr, but trying to find those ones is like, you're going to be paying a lot of money, because I've been seeing people sell those ones for some reason for like higher amounts of money. I don't know why. I really don't. Spawn! Again, on that same shelf, I have the gold variants of Spawn and Angela, so it'd be too much to take them off and just topple them over. So here's a quick showing of a previous video I did of them, and they're really cool. I love these things a lot. I have Angela, the regular version, and Spawn, the regular version. I also have the 50th issue special release Spawn. So to have these gold variants in the collection go really nicely with them. So yeah, they're up on the wall. They're up on my shelf, so that's why it was a little harder to take them off. Now these next two loose figures, not so much, because they were right in front, and I was like, okay, well, this is not going to make anything topple over. I'll be able to grab these guys and put them back on easily. So the first things first, and I'm sure you've seen me do reviews on them on my channel. The first figure we have is from Cyberforce? Yeah, Cyberforce. We've got Ripclaw. This is from McFarlane Toys. This is from the Image Comics 10th anniversary action figure line. So he also put out Spawn and Savage Dragon, which I'd still like to get my hands on those two. But you got Ripclaw right here, which I got at a comic book shop for about $10. Really nice. And good quality too for a loose figure. So we got Ripclaw right there. And as well with Ripclaw, and this one is my favorite of the two. Favorite of the line is probably Savage Dragon, to be honest with you, but second favorite is this guy right here. We got Shadowhawk by Jim Valentino. Really awesome figure. I love this thing so much. And Shadowhawk is just a cool looking character, so. And like I said, I think they've been in Spawn, or at least something. Image Comics has crossed them over quite a few times, so. So those are all the loose figures. Now it's time to get into the package figures, and oh boy, there's a lot of figures. I'm going to go from most recent to the oldest. Well, actually the oldest is from 97. The second oldest is from like the early 2000s, but I want to show the second oldest last because it's such a big package. I did a live stream on my channel because I only had one package that came in from GameStop, and I want to say thank you for 700 subscribers. So if you missed that live stream, go check it out right now. But if not, most recently I got the Wings of Redemption Spawn figure. Such a cool figure, and I'm still having to decide yet if I want to keep it in the box or take it out. But he's really cool looking. Like this thing a lot, and it's based off of issue number 77 of Spawn. So a great figure right there. And the other really bulky figure that I got recently, you guys saw in one of my haul videos, is the Patina Edition Cygor. I even showed him off on the live stream, comparing him to Wings of Redemption, and there he is inside the box. I'm probably going to do a review of this guy at some point, but still really cool looking. Apologize for some of the glare there. Some of the reflection. It's just that it's nice out. Instead of using my camera, I figured I'd use the natural light. So it's just nice in here today. So there's Cygor. So those are the two like more recent figures that I got that are in bigger, bulky packages. And like there's a lot of Spawn figures coming out too. I also saw recently a new subscriber of mine who's a really great guy, Clasius. Go check him out on YouTube. He mentioned to me on the live stream that there's going to be a new Spawn statue based on issue number 95 of Spawn, which looks amazing. This next thing is cool. I've been wanting to do a review on them, but I just haven't gotten a chance yet to do it. We got the Page Punchers of Spawn and Anti-Spawn, aka the Redeemer. It's a really cool looking 2-pack of minifigures, which comes with the first issue. It comes with a little stand on there. So I still have yet to review them. I'm not sure if I will. I probably will take them out of the packaging at some point and put them here in my office. But there's also, I think, like Scorched. There's also Scorched ones of these, and there's also Gunslinger. I want to get Gunslinger, but every time I go, it's like always sold out, that 2 set, so.
Spawn Ultra Action Figures.
I think the next 5 are all from like Spawn's universe. This one I said was my favorite McFarlane toy figure from last year. That was before I got my hands on the Cygor figure, which I thought came out at the beginning of this year, but apparently was last year. Anyways, we got Medieval Spawn, which is a big, bulking behemoth of a figure. I love this thing so much. And there is the comic book that he is like the comic book art that he's based off of. So just such an amazing figure, this Medieval Spawn thing. I love this so much. When this was being released, I was like, I need to grab this. If there's anything from Spawn's universe that I really want badly, I want to get that Medieval Spawn. My grail figure when it comes to Spawn toys is the original Medieval Spawn from the original line. Like, that's the one Spawn figure that I want the most. To go with him in Spawn's universe, following in the footsteps, is Plague, which is created by McFarlane and Greg Capullo. So we've got the Plague right there. Awesome looking figure. There's the cover. That's the first appearance cover of Plague. So really sick looking figure. I got this guy with a gift card, if I'm not mistaken, as well. This comic book was an obscure, stupid comic book, but I'm glad they brought him into Spawn's universe because he's a cool character. We got Haunt. This one too is a figure I was searching for, and when I finally found him, I was like, I'm grabbing him. So we got Haunt from Spawn's universe. Such a cool figure. And there on the back is artwork by Todd McFarlane, which also had Greg Capullo that was working on Haunt a little bit too. So pretty cool. These ones are nonetheless hold a pretty special place because this is basically what's relaunched the Spawn action figure line. So it's really cool to have a new line of Spawn figures, even though I don't find that they look too much like their comic book. Like, not all of them look like their comic book counterparts. A lot of them look more like a realistic style, like if you were to do Spawn the movie style action figures, that's a lot what they look like. But I digress. I love this figure. It is one of the most beautiful figures I think I have in my collection. This is the Redeemer Spawn, or should I say the Redeemer, sorry, my bad. Based on the new comic book line. Oh, this one doesn't have the comic book photo on the back, it just has it on the side. So really cool. And that's what it looks like there on the back. And this thing came out in 2021. So they've been going strong with the Spawn action figure line for the past 3 years now. So that's the Redeemer. Yeah, this one I was super pumped to grab. This is Gunslinger from the record-breaking comic. I think this is the first release of Gunslinger with just the guns and the rifles. So it was released in 2021 also. So Gunslinger, and then on the side is the cover art that he's based on, and I do have that cover, which is awesome. The one good thing that my previous shop that I used to go to before Chex Week did for me. So there you go, Gunslinger. Then we move it on over to Mortal Kombat Spawn, not the original Mortal Kombat Spawn that was released that you guys have seen me show off on this channel quite a few times. No, this is the Blood Feud Hunter. This is a different skin for Spawn. So yeah, right there. This is basically a beige skin. There's so many skins that they released. The only other one that I would want to get is, I think it's called the Shadow of Spawn, which is basically his original outfit on the Mortal Kombat Spawn. But nonetheless, this one's really cool. I like this. This thing's cool looking. It's an odd, obscure looking Spawn figure, and I'm all for it. So really cool. Not really any reference photos, just the Mortal Kombat logo all around. So, and yes, I did recently, a few months ago, get Mortal Kombat 10, just because Spawn was in it, and so was, you know, Rambo and Terminator and RoboCop. So it's really fun. That takes care of all the modern figures. But I'm surprised that I did not show these one off 5 years ago when I did my last Spawn collection. I have no idea why. I think maybe it's because I was moving out of the apartment and I had them packed away. So I was like, eventually, if I do another Spawn collection video, I'll show them off. And look, here we are. No better time than now. The only reason why I'm showing this one first, this smaller figure first, is because the other one is massive, so I want to show that one last. But nonetheless, I love the Spawn, the movie action figures. And I got, I think, how many figures did I have from that line? I have, including this one, no, I only have 2 from that line. So I've got the regular Spawn, and then I also have Al Simmons from Spawn. Spawn the movie, Born in Darkness, Sworn to Justice. One of my favorite movies of all time. I really don't care what anyone says. I love the fact that they show off everything else that you can get from McFarlane Toys at that time. There's the Kiss. Where are they? There's the Kiss figures. Those are the ones I really badly want. And he comes with a gimmick too, Al Simmons, which is really cool. But when it comes to the Spawn movie figures, to be quite honest with you, I really like to get the Violet Orizion here. I like the Spawn Deluxe Box Edition too. Would be really nice to get, and same thing for, like, I'd like to get them all, but it's this one here, the burnt Spawn that you see right there. That's one of my Grail figures that I'd love to get of all. Yeah, but nonetheless, Al Simmons, really cool. I got this at a comic book shop. $6, I think. They were having a special in store, and everything was like, I think 60 or 70% off. So picking this guy for $6, man, I'm not gonna say no to that. This figure came out in what year? I gotta take a look at the year that this came out in. 2005, so 19 years ago. And my wife is gonna tell you that this is not a Spawn figure. If she hears me recording right now, she's in her office and she's shaking her head. She's gonna tell you right now until she's blue in the face that this is not a Spawn figure. This is a Urizen figure, when it's actually Spawn versus Urizen. And the only reason why she says it's a Urizen figure is because Spawn is so damn small, but Urizen is the biggest thing. So this is from Spawn Regeneration from 2005. It's a big old fucking figure, guys. Look at that. You got Spawn versus Urizen. That big old figure back there is Urizen. And you got Spawn down here, throwing his Necro Blast. This is a beautiful, beautiful set. Like right there on the side, it shows you what the set looks like. Same thing for on here. It shows you what the set looks like, and even on the back. And then you see all the other figures too you can buy at that point in time from McFarlane Toys. I just love this thing so much. I got this back in 2018, if I'm not mistaken, or 2018. And again, when I went to that one comic book shop that they were having a special, when I picked up the Al Simmons figure, I was also buying comic books, so I didn't pull the trigger on the Urizen versus Spawn set. So I spent a couple of bucks on comics, and I bought Al Simmons for $6. But this guy was sitting there for $20, and I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be too much to carry home with me with all the comics I have." And I was like, okay. And there was a point in time where I was going to my comic book, like I was going to comic book shops weekly, like different comic book shops in 1 week. And so the next week over, I went taking a chance, and they still had him. So I pulled the trigger, and when I brought this home, my wife was like, "Holy shit, that thing!" So it's such a cool figure. I love this thing so much. And there's something I didn't realize. There's a Commando Spawn 2. I'd like to get my hands on that Commando Spawn 2. That'd be really cool. Well, they are regenerated lines, that's why. Anyways, so yeah, Spawn versus Urizen, or as my wife likes to call it, the Urizen action figure. Loves the thing. To me, this is not really an action figure. This is more what you would call a statue. So, and look, just to show you, like the packagings are almost the same. 19 years ago, this just this month. So that's a big old bulky figure, and one of my absolute, to be honest with you, one of my absolute favorites when it comes to my action figure collection of Spawn. I got married to my wife 2 years ago. Love of my life, super she makes me happy every single day. I love her with all my heart. And when it came to us getting married, I was trying to figure out what to do for myself and my groomsmen. And I decided I wanted to do customized cufflinks. So I got myself, I got them Batman cufflinks which I'm not going to show because, you know, they have them with them. But I got myself custom Spawn cufflinks. So I got these from a seller on Etsy, and I wore these on my wedding day. So these are really cool. Those are my Spawn logo cufflinks. Things fall, things fall. Let me just take this off quickly and show you that these are actually, okay, let me get up. So little tiny cufflinks. They both look like this. So this was such a fun, I loved wearing these, and I want to try to find another time to wear these cufflinks again because I absolutely love them, and I didn't spend that much money on them either. They were really well priced. Same thing for the other cufflinks, and it's to the point now where I keep them just on display on my one of my shelves as a reminder of really cool customized cufflinks, but also as a reminder of the happiest and most amazing day of my life. I have so much more McFarlane Toys action figures in my collection. It's just that if I were to show everything, it would take up too much time, which I think I already took up enough time already today. So I just want to go with figures from before the 2010s when it came to McFarlane Toys. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that I have from McFarlane. McFarlane Toys and NECA are my two favorite action figure collectible company. But yeah, there would just be too much to show off if I were to go into everything. I think I calculated in total, besides all these figures I showed you today, including all the other stuff, I think I have like 50 other things that I haven't shown you guys. That's not including the stuff that I already showed you. So I have quite a lot of McFarlane figures.
Spawn.
This year, the only things that I really bought myself are with a gift card. So really, I think at the end of the day, it's really about self-control. And also, like I've always said, I don't buy everything. I really go after what I really want. The next set of figures that I'm going to get for myself from McFarlane Toys, and it's a birthday present, is going to be the Movie Maniacs Rocky, Balboa, and Apollo Creed. Those are the next figures I'm going to get for myself, and I'll definitely show you guys when those come in. But let me know down below what you guys thought of all these figures I showed you off today, and yeah.
Spawn explodes under the big screen. Super Agent Al Simmons, a man betrayed by his friend Jason Wynn, is transformed through the vortex of doom into a superhero to battle the forces of evil. Meanwhile, the nefarious clown hatches his own fiendish schemes for world destruction. In the battle to save the cosmos, Jason Wynn launches an all-out attack while Jessica Priest dispenses liquid annihilation, and the contemptible clown becomes a moving violation as Spawn fights fire with fire. Spawn Ultra Action Figures, each sold separately.
Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching this video in its entirety. If you're still here, I really appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that are always watching my videos and who are always supporting me from day one up until now. I got a recent subscriber named Calazius, and he's such an awesome guy. So it's always nice to speak with. It's always nice to speak with subscribers and you know, have those conversations about the same kind of passion that you have, whether it be video games, comic books, action figures, movies. It's nice to meet people and have conversations and be like, wow, you know, we may like the same things, but these people are so nice. And one of the things I can count myself blessed and thankful about is that every single person that I've met since starting this channel, whether it's been becoming a friend or just talking here and there, everybody has been so nice, so kind, and so supportful that I wouldn't be able to and couldn't be doing this without any of you guys out there. Well, alright guys, what's in your Spawn collection? Let me know down below, guys. Let's talk Spawn. Let me know what you guys are collecting, what you have collected, what you guys are going after. This was a lot of fun to do. I'm sad now that this is over. These two parts of Spawn collection videos are now over. Maybe in 5 years from now, we'll do another Spawn collection if I have more action figures. I'll definitely have more comic books, that's for sure. But if I have more action figures, time will only tell. But this was such a lot of fun, and I really did hope you guys enjoyed this part 4 of my Spawn collection. I'm probably, like right now, it's part 4.1 and 4.5. So I think maybe at some point I will just pile the videos together And let me know also if you want to see me do a really long, you know, compilation video of all my Spawn collection videos together in one video. That could be a lot of fun. Let me know down below if you want to see that as well. So let's get out of here for the day. If you're new to my channel because you like Spawn, go ahead and click the subscribe button. And while you're there, for everybody, click the bell to be notified whenever I got some brand new content out. I have Spawn playlists, so if you guys want to go ahead and binge some other videos, I got shorts all about Spawn. So if you like that, I also have a lot of unboxings and toy reviews. So if you like that, I got a lot of playlists for that. Click the like button, the thumbs up. If you did in fact like this video and you want to see more content, go ahead and click the thumbs up. And also comment down below. Let's talk all things Spawn. Let's talk all things action figures, comic books, horror, you name it. Let's just talk everything down below. I appreciate all of you guys. We're at over 700 subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and continuing to support me like I mentioned before. I couldn't be doing this without you guys. Here's to some more Spawn content in the future. Stay cool, stay nerdy, keep hunting, keep collecting those Spawn collectibles. I'll see you guys next time. And as always, it's cool if it's nerd cool. Laters!